My name is Sarah Kroller, and I'm going to take you on a dive into a microbiome that may be inside your house and you haven't even considered it. Today, I'll be laying the cat microbiome out of the bag for you all. I'd like to start this presentation by giving you a bit of insight as to why this is a topic important to me and potentially you. Here, I have pictures of my two wonderful girls, Shania and Zulu. If you own a pet, you may relate to the fact that they are the light of my life and I would do anything for them. In fact, I'd bet that around a third of you can relate to this. In 2004, the American Veterinary Association found that 32.1% of American households owned a cat, so I would guess that at least some of my classmates may be listening a little closer. So what do we already know about the cat gut microbiome? What I have shown on this slide is a figure taken from a paper by Desai et al. On the characterization of feline fecal microbiota. They included both indoor and outdoor cats to be able to observe how habitat may also affect the diversity of the cat gut microbiome. What they ended up finding was that cats are typically colonized by actinobacteria and Firmicutes, specifically the lactobacillus. They found two phylum, which were more prevalent in indoor cats, which is potentially playing a role in the digestion of commercial cat food. Between the cat samples, they found a high degree of animal-to-animal variation, which indicates a need for larger studies. While I chose to highlight this figure, it is not the only study that has looked into the characterization of the cat gut microbiome. Another study by Ritchie et al. Used a pathogen-free cat and found that 98% of the species in the fecal sample belonged to Firmicutes. As we gain a better understanding of what lives within the cat gut microbiome, we've begun to see more studies into other related topics like the nutritional impact from diet or how it affects the immune system. The bacterial species being found in cat studies are very similar to the ones we find in human studies, so there's no reason not to suspect that we may be able to find similar benefits in cats that we see in humans. Currently, we do know of a few associations between the gut microbiome of cats and their intestinal health. This includes, but is not limited to, the tolerance of commensal oral bacteria, gastrointestinal diseases, susceptibility to pathogens, metabolic metabolism, and inflammatory bowel disease. This is not an exhaustive list, and as we continue to expand this research, I have no doubt that this list will continue to grow. One way that this research is progressing is the investigation of pre- and probiotics on cats as dietary supplements. Various compounds have been looked at, like inulin, lactosucrose, and pectin, and the testing of these substances has shown impacts on a multitude of factors, including microbiome diversity, ammonia content, fecal odor, and fermentation products, to name a few. The use of probiotics to alter the gut microbiome is also being shown to improve intestinal health overall. To give a more specific example, a study published in 2009 looked into the impact of probiotics on feline herpes virus 1, a common feline virus that is associated with morbidity in cats. They used an Enterococcus strain known for its immune-enhancing effects as a probiotic dietary supplement and looked for differences in the clinical manifestation of disease, viral shedding, immune response, and microbiome stability. They found that the cats who received the placebo declined in microbiome diversity, while the treated cats maintained theirs, indicating that the probiotic helped to support the infected cat's microbiome. While further research is needed clinically, they found that the use of the probiotic lessened the morbidity rate of the chronically infected cats. One important consideration as we begin to look into the cat gut microbiome is the potential for new antimicrobial resistances. In a study done by Moriart et al., they sampled cats that were owned by individuals, cats found in shelters or catteries, and hospitalized cats. From these fecal samples, they found that various species had resistance to a wide range of antibiotics, including ampicillin and penicillin, and one hospitalized cat sample had a high level of resistance to gentamicin, an antibiotic commonly used to treat human infections. This poses a potential risk to owners and carers of cats that may potentially pick up these resistant bugs from their cats and indicates a need for further research into this. So the cat microbiome research indicates the same potential for benefits that we see in humans. From immune modulation to pathogen infection resistance to just overall intestinal health, this opens the door to new ideas for veterinary medicine. It may also have the potential to lower veterinary costs by improving a cat's overall health. I already have to give one of my cats a supplement for her arthritis, so I see no reason why I wouldn't be willing to give her one more if it would improve her gut health and allow her to live a better life. We've already done so much research into the gut microbiome field for our own benefit. Why shouldn't we extend the same courtesy to the furry members of our family? And here are my resources.